I'm live. Well, nobody in yet. Welcome to Talking Habs Saturday Night Hockey Talk. I'm going to do this every Saturday night. I know nobody's in the room yet, so I'm just talking to the people watching it afterward. Do this every Saturday night. Just talk about what's going on. Hey, Sleepy NHL, once again, first guy in. How's it going? So I was just saying that we're going to do this. It's a Saturday night hockey talk. We're going to do this every Saturday at 9 o'clock. Talk about what went on during the week. Should be interesting for the next couple of weeks. And then in the summer, well, we'll come up with stuff to talk about. I'm good. Thanks. It was an interesting day today. Imagine PK Subban got traded for basically a bag of pucks. Haley Max, Sports King, welcome in. Do I see Cole Caulfield making the Habs? Oh, yeah. You know, it's interesting. They did a little interview with him, and they asked him about his college, and he was hesitant to say that he's for sure going to be in college. He kind of almost said he might try to make the team, and he has said that he wants to make the team as quickly as possible. Hey, Advan, how's it going? So, yeah, I see Cole Caulfield making the team. You know what? It depends on what he does, I guess. But I think they can talk him out of college, he might make the team right away. I don't think he's going to play in Laval. If he goes to college and he spends, like, say, a year there, I don't think he's going to be playing in Laval. He's going to make the jump like Paling just did. This kid's going to be awesome. This is the first sniper we have had in the longest time. I'm doing great, Advin. Thanks. How about you said you're doing great? I don't have to ask. Yeah, I'm doing great. Great day for in the draft. It was really interesting. I had a power failure here. I guess it was about 4 o'clock, 3:30, but thank God nothing much happened after that. Everything seemed to happen before. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Wait, Chitrin on the Coyotes. He's coming to Montreal, I'm pretty sure. Chitrin. I don't know him. Who is this guy, Chitrin? And what, they're making a deal? What's the deal? I haven't heard anything. I was just scanning Twitter before I came on. You love a package of pure 2 first-round pick to move up and grab Kaliev, Lavoie, Brink, or Hoglander. Okay, but I mean, it's done already. So, hey, David, how you doing? He's the first sniper we had since Camilleri. Yeah, okay, but Camilleri, I mean, what did he do here? He didn't do that much. When Camilleri was here, the team was horrible, so he had nobody around him. So, yeah, but Camilleri was a sniper, that's for sure. Because he's in town visiting Domi and Mete. Okay. But how would we get him? How would we get Chikrin? I don't get it. Are they making a trade? He's young first-line defense. Our 2 second-round pickups. I get it. Yeah, look, I don't know much about Chikrin, but I know he's definitely trying to fill that hole as cheaply as possible. I think Bergman and the drafting team did a good job. I was just looking, starting to do I'm going to do a video about all the players and give a little bit about, about them. And so far, they look like they're good prospects. Let's put it that way. He's filled the cupboard with some good prospects, especially on D. I think the first 4 of them were left shot defensemen. What do you think about the other prospect? I'm just going, Simon Gibo, by the way, hi. I'm just going through on the internet trying to learn about them. I'm going to do a video about it. So I'm going to do a video about each, about all the prospects, what they picked up today. So, yeah, I don't know too much. Some of them are a little hard to find out info on, but looks good. The first one there, Jaden Struble. Looks like he's one of those, how would you put it? They said he plays with an edge. He's a really good skater. He's got a lot of potential there. So I don't know if I want to give them up. Although I don't know what Chikrin's like, because Sleepy NHL is saying that there's a trade possibility. Let's see now. What do you see us doing on July 1st? Everyone seems to think we're on Duchesne. You know, I look at it this way. A guy like, when you have a guy like we just picked up Caulfield, and you want to get him a center who's going to distribute the puck. Duchesne is more of a shoot first kind of guy, so I imagine if they're getting him, he's not going to play with a guy like Caulfield. But I really see Caulfield playing on a line with Kokanyemi and Suzuki and Caulfield. Although I don't know how you work that out. Caulfield and Suzuki are both right wingers, so I'd love to see Suzuki. Although Suzuki is a center, but I don't think he's going to be a center in the NHL. Although I'd love to see him be feeding Caulfield. Amazing. Okay, let me see. Sup, bro? Hey, Philly. Not bad. You? Thanks for coming in again. I appreciate it. Advent, good luck finding info on the last pick from. Yeah, no, listen, there's a couple of them. There's the French kid there, Laguerriere. Hard to find anything on him. I found a little bit, so I'm gonna do my best, and I want to go over all of the picks and see what we got. So I'm starting to work on that already. I've got it's gonna take a couple hours writing, so I'll do that over the weekend. Don't forget, I'm in Quebec. Big holiday weekend for us. Saint Jean Baptiste Day. I'm English, so I try to stay out of people's way on Saint Jean Baptiste Day. Nashville gets Duchesne. Well, they're saying it's between Montreal and Nashville. And I personally, I don't want to see them spend that kind of money, so I hope Nashville gets him. And I think that's why the Subban trade happened, because they really want to get a guy like Duchesne, and they needed to clear the money. So, yeah. Hey, Massimo, do you think the Habs will make any big trades? I don't think big trades I don't think so. Smaller ones. That's what he does. And you know what? They don't have a lot of stuff that they have to do. We've got some prospects that can fill the holes we want to fill. The left shot defenseman on the first pairing, that's an important role. I know he wants to pick up a forward. But I don't know how much of a priority that is. Don't forget, they missed the playoffs by 2 points. A couple of more, if they fix that power play and Carey Price plays that way he did last year, he continues to do that, which I fully expect. I don't know how much they have to add. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but Duchesne can play with Domi and Caulfield. No, I get that, but the problem for me is that Duchesne isn't the kind of guy who feeds a guy like Caulfield. Caulfield's small. He needs to be fed the puck, and when he gets it, he's a magician. That's how I see it. So you want a guy who's a distributor, like I talk about, a center who gets double the assists than goals. That means he's distributing the puck a lot. And that's what, Hughes, I imagine, he's a great distributor of the puck. That's where Caulfield got a lot of his goals. Plus, that's where Hughes got a lot of his assists. Without Caulfield, it works together. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on Duchesne. Philly says he's good. He's learning French. Yeah, he's learning French. Why are you learning French in Philly? It's great. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm about 75% bilingual. I live in Quebec. Yes, Admin. I'm in Montreal. I'm in the heart of Habsville. Sports King. In order for Caulfield to go to training camp, they have to sign it. Well, he's got to sign an ELC, entry-level contract. That's for sure. I don't think there's a problem there. This kid, I know he's small. We've had some really great small players. He looks like he's got that drive. Apparently, he's really hard to contain. Imagine a 5'7" player, and one of his big things is that he's hard to contain in the offensive zone. I like that. So I think this kid's got the real shot to be like Alex DeBrincat, and DeBrincat gets 40 goals regularly now. So, yeah. Admin, where in Quebec? Montreal. Oh, Philly, you're visiting your cousin in Montreal. You're going to love Montreal. Great city. It's going through a lot of stuff. Our government's not great right now. I don't know why they brought in that government. We've got no choice for a few years, but still a great place. The people. Montreal is about the people. The people are great. You don't have any problem. You don't have to learn French. I mean, it helps. And it helps when you're walking around to hear if you know some words and stuff, but you'll get around okay. My cousin, she's American. She's here. She's going to learn French, but she gets by fine right now. She loves it. Montreal is great. Do you think the Habs should sign Gardner? Again, if you're going to go out and sign, and Gardner's price must have gone up since Carlson was signed. If you're going to go out and sign a big defenseman or a big forward, you're paying a lot of money. It's cap money that you're going to need down the road to sign guys like Domi, to sign the kids that are coming up after their entry-level contracts, right? You got bridge contracts. And today, the kids don't like bridge contracts. They want to get paid, right away. So you got to give them money. So where's it going to come from if you're going to go pick up some more big contracts? You already have big contracts. So I don't agree. Not to say Gardner's bad. I don't know enough about him really to say that. But no, I don't want to spend money. That's pretty much it. Let me see. Now it's coming up fast. Let me see what I missed. Kakanyemi with Caulfield. Yeah. Hey, William. Sorry, I didn't say hi yet. I don't know, Massimo, if I said hi. Craig, I don't know if I said hi, but hi, and thanks for coming in. I see Jordan down on the bottom. Hey, Jordan. Okay, let me get to the questions. Caulfield will help the power play immensely. We need a freaking sniper like Caulfield on the power play. That's why I say, you fix that power play, those wins that you missed getting into the playoffs by, and considering how many points were we behind either Toronto, I guess it was Toronto at the end, we could have caught like a place in the playoffs, not a wild card, with the power play. Our power play was atrocious. A few more goals in those games where we didn't get any power play goals, and how many wins come up? Another 4, 5, 6 wins makes all the difference in the world. Tampa, Boston, Leaf, Florida. If they add Bob and Panarin, good luck making the playoffs with that conference. The problem with adding, I think, unless the team has a huge cap space, any team adding Panarin and Bobrovsky, I mean, they're both asking for 10+ million. I don't know. I say good luck filling a team around these guys. That's what I say. With Caulfield selection, Habs need to trade Shaw, Byron, Tatar, and one of the for D to play with Weber. Okay, first of all, you can't be serious. You can't trade all those guys. I can see Shaw and Byron possibly going. I can see Drouin. Not all of them, though. I mean, you're going to keep some of those guys. You're not trading Byron, Shaw, and Drouin this year for one defenseman. You're not. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. David, Boston Bruins suck. Yeah, well, as a Bruins fan, that's how I feel. Look, as a guy doing this channel, Bruins are like any other team. I don't like them. I hope they don't win. I was glad, but I was going for the Blues so badly. Let's see now. Bon, maintenant que tu comprends 75 en français, je peux me permettre de poser les questions en français. Aha. Okay, my accent is kind of English, I guess, but I understood that. That's not a problem. But 10 years ago, maybe not. I'll say 20 years ago. I worked for CAA in, I'm going to say now, 2004 to 2006. I did CAA. And yeah, my French got a lot better doing that. And ever since then, I'm kind of like 75% bilingual. So I've worked with the public a lot, but you get by. I get by in Montreal. I've always had English jobs. I haven't had a problem. I haven't really. I can't complain anyway. Habs don't have a lot of cap. I think in the end they're going to have 13, 14 million is what I kind of read. Okay, things are going by fast. Yeah, I think that's advent. I think they have more than 10 million, but I could be wrong. And that's another reason. How do you sign Duchesne without getting rid of more salary? And I don't like that. How long do you think it'll take Caulfield to make the roster and play with Puck next year? I heard that maybe Bergevin said that it's possible. Depends on how he does in camp, and he might make the team this season. So the season coming by the end of the season. So I can see if he's got the drive and he isn't set on going to college, I can see him making the team out of camp. First of all, we need that kind of player. If he has what it takes, and we'll see in training camp. I can see him getting the 9 games and seeing how he does in the 9 games, and then deciding anyway. I'm excited to see Caulfield on the Habs. I'd love to see what he can do with that puck against NHL talent. Letang, what's up? Hey, Letang, I heard rumors that they're trying to trade Letang. Are you a big Philly fan, or are you a more of a Letang fan than a Philly fan? A Pittsburgh fan. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. Just a slip of the tongue. Philly, Gardner might go to Canucks. Plus, he sucks. Yeah, I'm not sold on him. I haven't seen him enough really I'm not sold on him. To make playoffs, they need a guy like Gostisbehere. They need a guy. It doesn't have to be Gostisbehere. Hard name to pronounce sometimes. I had a beer or two, but they need somebody good in that spot. Yeah, I don't know if Mete has it, but Mete's going to be better this year. Maybe he's improved that much. We'll see in camp anyway. Sports King, do you think they should stop building huge buildings in Montreal? Because when I go to a game, the arena looks like a big tower more than anything. Yeah, it's not the prettiest arena. The Montreal Forum was historic. It was great. The Bell Center, not great. The Caulfield got picked by Pens. I don't know. No. Well, if it's spelled the way you spell it, it's Canfield. It's not. And I've seen there's a Caulfield, but it's Caulfi. So that's not the same. And I haven't ever heard that he's got a brother in there, but I don't know. He comes from a pretty big hockey family, so it could be a cousin. Are you glad Montreal took Caulfield, or would rather see them take Krebs or Newhook and that? Well, honestly, I was rooting for Newhook. I think Newhook's overall a better player because he can play defense a little better. Although I've read Caulfield can handle himself defensively, so I'm not that worried. And from the highlights I've seen, he's dangerous in his own zone, intercepting a puck, and he transitions fast. He's fast on his skates too. Let me see now. What was the question again? Yeah, I wanted Newhook, but I thought about it, and I saw his highlights again, and no, I'm okay with it. I think it was between Caulfield, Krebs, and Newhook. Those were the three best players available at the time. You can't pick all three. Caulfield addressed an immediate problem that the Habs had while getting one of the three best available. So I think it's okay. I think he's going to be great. I can't wait to see him. I'm as excited to get him as I kind of would have been if we got Newhook. Let's see now. Oh, I better scroll down a little bit and get some more questions. Whoop. I think today I won't bother addressing the messages that are held for review because it didn't go well last night. Well, the Habs make the playoffs, Charlie Vlogs. You got one of them reviewed. Yeah, I fully expect the Habs to be in the playoffs next year, 100%. That's what my they missed it by 2 points. And like I said, if they fix that power play, they're in. As long as they got to all play good like they played this year. If they have an off year, no, they could miss again. But I don't think so. Got a young, fast, skilled team that are excited to play here. And it's something different. We haven't had that excitement from the players to be here. And it all comes from Carey Price, apparently. Carey Price is that the morale leader and the excitement. And then you got Domi, and then you got Gallagher, and this team is just pumped. And yeah, I hope that answers the question. I go to French and English school. Massimo, yeah. My kids did that. I mean, so my kids are all bilingual. My ex-wife that was on here, I say she's French. Although, I mean, if she spoke to you in English, you wouldn't really know. But yeah, she's French. Damn, my French accent is great. You're impressed. I wouldn't be impressed with my French accent. But I mean, look, it gets better over the years. It's Quebecois. I don't speak French from France. But yeah, thanks. Philly, I'm telling you, Dubas is very good. He's got to be very good if he's going to get Marner signed. I don't know what's up with that. I think Marner might get some offer sheets. I don't know. I don't know if it'll come to that. He's making moves, but I don't know that they're cap-saving moves, so I don't know where the money's coming from. So, yeah, he's going to have to be damn good. I don't mind the Boston Bruins. Hey, you can like the Boston Bruins. I like the hockey guy. It's one of his favorite teams. Doesn't bother me. It's like I said, everyone's allowed to. Hey, Anthony. Hey, everyone's allowed to like who they like, as long as you don't bully somebody about liking something else or make fun of somebody for liking a team. I'm okay with that. You know, as long as you don't do that, like anybody you like, I don't care. As long as I can like my Canadians. David, I hate the Blackhawks Red Wings fan. Yeah, look, that's cool. That's cool. Sports King, if Paling and Caulfield make the team or Suzuki, do you see Shaw, Byron, or Drouin being traded for a D? Yeah, yeah. You know what? I kind of thought maybe that it was. I thought Philly might be interested in Shaw, but Anthony, who just came in, hi Anthony, he informed me that Drouin is kind of more of the new way the Flyers are, and Drouin would be a possibility. So I can see all of them possibly being in a trade, not all going at once or in the same year, no, but I can see either one of those guys being involved in a trade. Although for Byron, at his age, I don't know how much interest or how much you're going to get back for him, but Shaw's still young enough, just had a career year. He's got his contract's not too bad, it's movable. And Drouin's really young and he's got potential. Apparently, I don't see it anymore, but I do, I guess. But his attitude's got to get better. But there's still people that will take him now without another year of what he just put out last season is going to go down. So yeah, and to get a D, I think he's going to have to trade to get a D. I don't see where a left shot D is going to come from. Otherwise. It's funny, the Nick Leddy talk is down, but I guess maybe because the draft is here, it's just finished now, we'll hear more about it. But, I mean, they're after Leddy, Brody. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I think they have to trade for it. I hope I'm not babbling on too long. I'm trying not to. Having fun. That's what matters, right? Wow, Rick, you're ignoring me. Hey, sorry, Anthony. I said hi. I didn't mean to ignore you. But your messages got... Some messages got retracted. I don't see that. How dare I? Hey, man. Sorry. You went to sleep and woke up and it all clicked why they took the defenseman, and now I'm in a good mood. Okay, let me in on that. I'm interested to know what your new observation is. Hey, Crazy Jedi. Hey, I'm from Montreal, Canada. Comment ça va? I'm happy with our first round pick. Oh, definitely happy with our first round pick. Never would have thought either Caulfield, Krebs, or Newhook would be there. Never would have thought that we'd have. I never would have thought they'd have such a choice. Although I don't think it was a choice for them. Caulfield was there. I think they were on Caulfield way before, hoping he would fall to them, and he did. It happens sometimes. Let's see. King Angus is happy about Caulfield. Charlie Vaughns, how long you been a Habs fan? 49 years now. I'm 56, so I was 7 years old when I was a hockey fan before that. But being from Montreal, of course, eventually you're going to be a Habs fan. My father was a Habs fan. Everybody I pretty much knew was a Habs fan. Yeah, so 49 years. Yukon Mapper, hey, thoughts on Jaden Stubble? I was just saying, they say he plays with an edge. He's a really good skater, like an elite type skater. He's good. He can join the rush. I didn't bring my notes on him. I should have brought my notes. I'm writing a video about all the Habs draft choices. So yeah, I kind of like him. I saw his interview. It was like a 5-minute interview. He's very poised. Speaks really, really well. And I only say that because I think they said he's a really smart defenseman, and it seems like that. So I never heard of him before, but hey, I think Bergevin did a good job so far, from what I'm reading so far. He put the prospects in the cupboard that fill a lot of the needs that they have now also, but those are needs you're going to have down the road, and they're varied defensemen. They don't all have the same thing. The only thing they have in common is left shot defensemen. Otherwise, they all have something different, and so far, I haven't gotten through all of them, but I think that was a good thing. You've got a bunch of different guys. Who knows who's going to rise to the top and make the team anyway? And I think it was a good draft. King Angus, I should have mods. You're probably right. I don't know how. You know, once I'm doing this regularly Saturday night now, I'll start learning more about it. And maybe some of you regular guys, I don't know if you want to be mods. I don't know what mods are yet exactly. I don't know if they offer them from YouTube, which I kind of think they might. But I'm going to do that. Yeah. For now, I'm just going to ignore any of these guys. One of the guys from last night actually subscribed to my channel. So I'm kind of expecting him to show up and do the same thing, but I'm going to ignore it. Wait, I'm getting to you, Anthony. Hang on a second. Massimo would rather Gosselier than Letty and Brody. So would I, but I kind of don't. I think Gosselier is going to be too expensive. Trade Pepe. I trade Pepe. Who's Pepe? Not sure. Mete or Suzuki for a left D prospect. No, I'm not trading Suzuki for anything. If it's me, I don't trade Suzuki for anything. Not till I see what he is here. I mean, you trade as a guy like Suzuki. Okay, let me put it this way. You have a Drouin who's been here for a little bit. He's been in the NHL for a while. You trade him away, he goes to another team, and maybe he breaks out. It doesn't mean he was going to break out on your team. So you can't really, you can be a little jealous or whatever, a little upset, but not if a guy like Suzuki, who you traded for or got, you sent him somewhere else, and he has a fantastic career. That's a regret, and I don't want to do that. King Agnes, your reaction to Caulfield got 1,000. Yeah, mine is probably getting up there. It was very popular. What do you think about Moritz Seider at 6? I thought he was going to rise. I didn't know if he'd go that high, but he was kind of rated 6 for the European skaters. I don't know that much about him, but he gets rave reviews. They really love him. So, yeah, I think if Yzerman picked him at 6, I think he saw something. So, Crazy Jedi, say Quebecois, comme moi? No, I'm not. My parents were. Are. My father's still alive. My wife is. My ex. Well, we're separated, so not really ex. But I've been here for 52 years basically now. Actually, on the 2nd of July, 52 years. And yeah, I'm Quebecois because I love Quebec and I don't want to live anywhere else. So yeah. But I guess, imagine you're French. I'm not. So that's the only difference. But who cares? I mean, who cares if you're French or English or whatever? Black, white, yellow. I mean, who cares about any of that? As long as you're good people. That's all I care about. Anthony, I'm not ignoring you now. As I said, the Flyers are moving to a smaller, faster style of play, and our picks confirmed that by drafting a couple small. It's true, a couple small defensemen, and I think we got the 2 best offensive defensemen in the draft. Well, you know what? That may be true, and that may be why they're really going to trade Gosselier to someone, because they're looking to do something different. And I also think, look, it's cap issues too. Gosselier, not a big contract, but it's $4.5 million if you move him and you let some young kids come in. Okay, Johnny Golden just sent me a comment, but Johnny, you're not in the. I don't know. I'm behind on the chat. Sorry. So I just had a comment down there. Oh God, I'm sorry if I'm learning how to live stream. It's fun. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. Even though I look at myself on the screen, although I got something blocking it, and I'm still looking at that. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah. Anyway, do I think Laval Rockets will be good next year? And if so, who do you think will be playing on the farm team? Yeah, we got so many good prospects, and obviously most of them, once they're out of the juniors or college, they're going to be in Laval. And some of the moves Laval's made, they're sort of not signing people. I expect they're going to have an influx of these guys, and I expect with Joe Bouchard, I think it's his 2nd season coaching there. Yeah, I expect them to be pretty good, or at least making an improvement. As our prospects get better, which they definitely are, so will Laval get better. Okay, better scroll down. Braden Shen to the Habs for Drouin. Okay, I might miss a couple of things I'm scrolling down. Do I refer to myself as Canadian or Quebecois? Canadian, Philly. I'm a Canadian. Although I'm a dual citizen, I was born in the States, but I'm a Canadian through and through. And a Canadian and a Quebecer through and through. And a Montrealer, because I can't imagine living in any other city. I love Montreal. How about the Expos news? Well, it's not Expos news, yes. Hey, Patty Mac. That's my buddy, Patty Mac. He's my bro from brother from another mother. You got in finally and able to make comments. All right. Thanks for coming in, Pat. The Expos, not Expos news yet, though. Still Tampa Bay Rays. But yeah, I am we're kind of a hockey channel here, but I don't know if anybody's a former Expos fan. But it looks like we're getting a team back here that could turn into the Expos. And I haven't followed baseball since the Expos left because I was pissed. But I'm excited, definitely. How about a hockey question, Patty Mac? Advent, what are they doing to get blocked? If you talk about these, I got trolled a little bit last night, that's all. No big deal. It happens. It happens. Even the hockey guy says you got to have tons of filters or else everything gets through. So whatever, I ignore it. Will Paling play regular next year? I kind of think so. I guess it depends on his camp. It was kind of a statement game he made that last game that he's ready and he's here. And he's an older player because he played, I guess, 3 years. I'm not sure. I guess it was 3 years in college. He left 1 year early. Yeah, I expect him to play all year. I imagine fourth line minutes, but I expect him to do pretty good and maybe move up. Although with the center position, I don't know if there's room to move him up yet. It depends on what happens with getting Duchesne or not getting Duchesne or somebody else, I guess. But yeah, I expect him to play pretty regularly next year. Crazy Jedi, I'm not surprised about the Detroit pick. Detroit has always picked well. Yeah, I mean, it makes you think Moritz Seider must be better than. I mean, I don't know much about him. Not because he's from Germany, but maybe because he's from Germany, you might have thought, he's not really as good as they think. But Yzerman must have thought something about that. Okay, let's go and see what we got farther down. David, ignore my last. Yeah, I didn't see it anyway. There's some stuff that gets retracted and I don't see it. So no worries. Crazy Jedi, you're white. Okay, that's cool. So am I. I don't care. Colors don't mean anything to me. I don't know. Why would you say that anyway? Lee Max, yeah, that's true. Okay, I don't know why that's true, but I guess that's true. Montreal Canadiens offer sheet Mitch Marner, I hope. I don't think the Habs will offer sheet Marner, but I kind of think maybe somebody will. It's kind of looking like Toronto might not be able to match if somebody offers him some money. But you got to give up 4 first rounders in 4 years in a row. I can't give up a first rounder 4 years in a row. I don't know that anybody's worth that. I mean, unless it's like a Gretzky or McDavid. You know, somebody like that, you might go, okay, I'll do that. But I don't know. Marner, I think he's going to be like that, but I don't know. And honestly, I don't watch Leafs games, so I haven't seen a lot of Marner. So, yeah. But, I mean, from what I can tell, he's pretty great. And don't forget, he's a winger, so wingers don't get paid as much. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Let's see what we got. Oh, I wasn't that far. Wait. Somebody. Marner wants 5 years at 12. I don't know about 12. I heard 11. And refused an 8-year, $11 million. So, yeah, well, the thing is the term. He wants Austin Matthews 5-year term. He wants to be able to be a free agent again and get even more money. So, yeah. So, I think they're more, it's not really the money they're arguing over. It's the term, I think. Would not waste. No, I wouldn't waste the 4 picks. You know, you guys, a lot of them getting messages retracted. I imagine there's probably nothing wrong with them, but I guess if you're saying any swear words in them, it's going to get retracted. That's why. Levi Ackerman. Hello, Levi. Mete point prediction for next season. Okay, Dane says 25. Probably pretty good. That's probably a pretty good number there. Yeah, somewhere in the 20s. If he has a really good season, I can see him hitting around 30. If he manages, my cats want to fight. Hey guys, no fighting. I can see him if he starts scoring some goals. I don't know. He could get more. If Paling plays a full season, I see 45, 50-point season, 25 to 30 goals with 25 or 30 assists. Yeah, I could see Paling get 20 goals. I don't know about 25 in his first season. I can see him hitting maybe like 18 goals, 22 assists, 15 goals, 25 assists, something like that to get 40. That's what I see. How many points next year for KK? KK is one of my favorites. Even with all this new stuff, I still like KK. I hope anybody doesn't think I've lost it on KK. KK, I think is going to have a good year. He had, 34 points this year? Depending on what role they give him, I guess. Third line, and if he's got a winger like Suzuki on that line, I'm going to say KK can get, come here, sweetie. KK can get about 45 points second year, maybe a little higher, depending on how it goes and what his role is. I think he'd need to be on the power play for sure to get that point level up. Okay, George Cax. I didn't see why Montreal, please, and switch him to their wing. I'm gonna have to scroll up. Montreal won Cole, yes, of course. He's a winger already, wasn't he? Right wing. Philly, Marner is overhyped. He may be just that. He may be just that. You okay, sweetie? Okay. Okay, KK, 50 points, 30 points on the fourth. I don't know what TG is. Paling. Oh, Paling, 30 points. Yeah, I can see Paling somewhere in the 30s first season, and I can see KK hitting 50, depending. Look, at 18, I don't know if he has a bad sophomore season or not. Is it right? Or junior, a sophomore, I think. If he gets that, what do they call it, the sophomore jinx? I don't know. Yeah, I could see that. Patty Mack, how do you feel about Bergevin drafting 5 defensemen? Seems a bit much. Only 3 forwards and a goalie. Yeah, but I've been researching them, Pat. Starting to, they all offer something a little different, and they're all left shot. They fill a void we have in the system too, not just up in on the main team. And then he covered his bases by having somebody at each position after. So. No, I like what I've been reading about these guys so far. So no, I'm okay with it. You got to stock the cupboard, and when you're completely bare on one position, you got to kind of go out there and find somebody. And maybe he's thinking he's not going to find a long-term left-hand defense first pairing solution, and he wants to hopefully get one of these guys up in a year or two. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, Mete, I think will score. He came so close last year. Once he pops one, he's gonna start popping them in. That's why Mete's hard to tell. If he starts to put some pucks in the net, his scoring's gonna go up. Kakanyemi, Crazy Jet, I said Kakanyemi's fitting really well with us. He sure as hell is. And he's got to look better next year, I think. Cole was a center, but they switched him. Yeah, well, I think he's a better winger than center anyway, especially at that size. We've had small centers, and in the NHL, you need bigger centers. So winger is his place. I would kind of hope he could play the left wing. Then he could be on a line Suzuki, KK, and Cole. Or Suzuki could play the left wing, but he's supposed to be a right winger if he plays the wing. Levi, draft the best player available, then address the needs. Good job by the Habs. Yeah. They did that. Caulfield, you can't argue Caulfield wasn't one of the 3. There's 3 that were there that I consider 1, 2, 3, 1A, 1B, 1C. And they took one of them. I'm happy with it. Geez, I wonder why they want to know if I want to hide your comment, Crazy Jedi. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but PK's not coming back. He wasn't coming back here. And besides, he's making $9 million for 3 more seasons. I mean, that's why Nashville got traded him. They can't afford him, and I don't think we can either. That's why I say I don't want Duchesne. $9 million. It's too much for one guy. We have big contracts already. Did you see my link? Who we draft at 61? No, I haven't yet. George. I haven't gotten around to that player yet in my research, but I kind of saw something about it that he played in college. And I think it's Noam Pitlick was his father, so he's got NHL pedigree. But I'm going to research him. I'm doing a video about all of them soon. What do you think the stats of Paling will be next year? Sports King, well, we were just answering that. Somewhere around 30, somewhere in between 30 and 40. I kind of expect that. Johnny B, the French kid we got looked really good last year in the Memorial Cup. Are we talking about Laguerriere? I can't find out much about him. He seems to be a raw talent, though. That's something. So he needs a bit of work. He's rough around the edges, but and has a mean streak, or he plays with an edge. So yeah, seems like he'd be okay. If Caulfield makes the Habs, you see him hit 20 to 25 goals. Caulfield's the kind of kid that could get in there and hit 40 in his first year. I don't know. Can his game adapt to the NHL that quickly? That's the key. Does he have that magic thing where he can step in like a Matthews and pull it off in the first year? If he can, I see him scoring 40 in his first season. He's a magician with that puck. If he can't, I can see him hitting 30, between 25 and 30 first season. Ghost and Konechny for Domi and Petrie. No way. You don't trade Domi. You know, even Petrie played so well last year. He had a career year and a bunch of things. No. And I don't think they go, well, they might go for that, but Konechny's not enough back for those two. No, I say no. What should we do with the backup goalie situation? Well, I happen to know that he's going to go and look for one as well. They're not sold on Lindgren being the backup. He was interviewed kind of impromptu at somewhere, and he said he's going to check out and see who's on the free agent list and then go from there. But Lindgren's going to get a shot, and he definitely said Caden Primo, he wants to see him in Laval for one season. So, yeah, I hope that answers that. Is the name Reed Pick? Yeah, Pitlick. Okay, I think I answered that. Yeah, he's known Pitlick's kid. Jedi's proud to be Canadians. Great hockey was invented in Canada. Yep. You're damn right on that. Canadian pride. Paling is a stud, Philly says. He sure is. Paling's a stud. Suzuki's a stud. KK's a stud. We had no center. Look, Danault's a stud. Danault should have been in that Selke voting higher up, I think. So we're doing well down the middle. Primo as our back. No, George, Primo, I wouldn't throw him in that quickly. No, give him a year in Laval. He's a goalie. Don't forget, goalies. I mean, unless it's an emergency, you got no choice. But I say no in Laval. And Bergeron kind of said that already, so he's going to spend a year in Laval. If Caulfield goes to college, do you see him putting up the same stats? In college, yeah. I see him putting up the same kind of numbers he's been putting up now, yes. Unless he gets, I don't know if Wisconsin's going to be a defensive team, or I don't know how they play. I don't follow college hockey. Maybe Nolan Patrick would prefer Montreal since he's not a physical player and he would adjust well. Yeah, maybe that's the kind of, but, you know, I know I was big on the Ghost trade, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I think we would have heard more about it. But you never know. You never know. And maybe Patrick would need a change of scenery to really live up to his draft. He was drafted really high. Anthony Peters, no way we trade Konechny. He's a stud. Domi isn't enough back for him and Ghost, in my opinion. Well, you know, okay, well, you know, I feel the same that you feel about your players about mine. So, yeah, I don't know Konechny well, but I saw some of the games with the Flyers, and I saw them all last year, and he looked really good. So, yeah, I don't want to trade ours, and I'm sure you don't want to trade yours. And I definitely get that. If Philly would have picked up Krebs, Habs would still pick Caulfield or York. Habs were on Caulfield. If Caulfield was there at 15, Habs were on Caulfield. George, but if he's Foucault version 2. We're talking about Lindgren. Yeah, it's possible. Oh, Primo, well, you might make him into the Foucault version 2 if you bring him up as the backup too early. No, he's going to Laval. Crazy Jedi, that's right. You don't rush the development of a goalie. Hockey prospect view. I don't know if I said hi yet. Hi. What do you think? How long are we in this? Oh, 45 minutes in. What do you think about the Habs taking 20-year-old Raphael Harvey? You know, when I saw that, I liked that. In the Memorial Cup, Harvey Pinard was a like he looks like he could be a good third, fourth line player if he makes the team. I really liked what I saw from him, and I liked it. I smiled when I saw the name. And from the talk, he might be a steal. He might be one of those really late round picks that actually make the NHL. Not saying top six, but like I said, third or fourth line that can give you some production. Do you think Primo will replace Price when he starts? Yeah, of course. That's why you don't rush Primo. Primo has that talent that you don't want to ruin. He's got special talent. And yeah, they're going to groom him to replace Price. Do you think Knight will play one season in college and be NHL ready for the Panthers? Yeah. Panthers situation might be different. They might. I don't think the Canadians would do that, but I think the Panthers might play him. But it would be best if he has a year or two in the AHL or college. Johnny B, Rick, I was talking about Harvey Pinard, older but good. That's another thing. Pinard is actually a little older than everyone. I think he's 21. Pinard is a good pickup, a smart pickup, and I think they traded with Philadelphia to get that pick. I'm not. I got. Wait, I have it here. Pinard. Yeah, they traded with Philadelphia to get that pick, I think. Or the other guy. They traded to get the 7th round pick. They took Philly's 7th round pick. So, yeah, I like it. Crazy. The way I see it, any player, if you put the work and improve, then you have great potential. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. Who do you think is better, Zegras or Cole? Well, Zegras is bigger and all that. Like, if Cole has Zegras' size and everything, wouldn't. Well, okay, I'll put it this way. Zegras is a more all-around player, better skills all around. Cole is like, he said it himself. He's focused on scoring. He's a goal-scoring machine. When he gets out there, that's what he wants to do. He's a magician with the puck. What was the question now? Is better? I don't know. They're different. So we're going to find out over the next couple of years. It's hard to say in this, the potential. They both have the same kind of potential. But we'll find out in a couple of years who was better. I missed something about Puljujarvi. I want to see that. Would you like? No, I won't trade. I don't want Puljujarvi. Any player that threatens the GM that if you don't trade me, I'm going to play in Europe. I don't want that player on my team. That's not a team guy. He should have been going, okay, I'll go down and I'll get better and I'll improve and I'll work harder instead of saying trade me or I'm going to go to Europe. No, Puljujarvi, he's not. I don't think he's Bergevin's kind of guy anyway because of that. Not worth it. Drafted 4 and can't put up points. Yeah, that's right. Montreal got so many steals. George, I agree. I think Bergevin and Trevor Timmins did an amazing job. Of course, 3-4 years down the road will tell, but I think they did an amazing job from what I'm reading right now. And I've only gone through about 5 of them, and I think it's pretty good. Sports King, who do you think we will sign or trade before the start of the season? Well, I think it's pretty obvious in my videos. I'm kind of expecting Drouin. And Drouin, Shaw, or Byron, to me, if they make if the kids come up and they make the improvements they're making, I don't see there's a spot really for them. And maybe Drouin gets you that defenseman that you're looking for, so I can see him going. Yeah, I can see that being the case. And it depends on what happens. It depends on how camp goes, how the kids go. If Paling and Suzuki come into camp and they're just awesome, and if Cole decides he's going to come into camp and if he makes the team he's going to play, you got to go with that. You got to put them on the team. So what do you do with these guys that are you got no room for that have big league contracts? You got to move them. You're not going to have the cap space. And believe me, I hope these kids make the team. It brings down the amount of money that you're paying. Your cap money goes up. You have more room. And, yeah, I think it works for everybody. I'm having some French garlic bread. Hope nobody minds if I eat a little bit. Who do you think will sign? I mean, the talk is really heavy on Duchesne, but that leads me to believe something because everything we talk about, they don't. Bergevin's it's kind of like he's deceptive. He must leak these stories that he's after whatever, and then he goes in a different direction. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be somebody who's really good that you don't really, wow, who's this guy? You know, that kind of thing. To be honest, Price has done even since Kreider's injury, since injures him. He hasn't been the okay, crazy shit. I didn't read all that, but Price is not done. When Niemi had that bad game against, I guess it was the Sharks. They had the weekend, the Sharks and the Ducks, and then Price came in and had a horrible game against the Ducks. Do you remember that after that? I think he played every game, and he was fantastic. Carey Price at his best. He's still young enough, and he can keep that up for another couple of years at least. At least. He's not done. Carey Price is the best goalie in the NHL, maybe in the world. And I don't say that lightly. And it's not because I'm a Habs fan that I say that. Carey Price is the best goalie around. Give me Game 7, and you're Game 7 on the road. I want Carey Price in the net. Jaden Struble was supposed to go later than where he was, and Gianni Fairbrother was supposed to go before him. I was just getting to Gianni Fairbrother when I had to stop and set up for the live stream. Struble looks pretty good. And what I can sort of get from Fairbrother, they're different. That's the thing. They're different. They all seem to maybe play with a little bit of an edge, but they bring something a little different to the table. We're going to see. We're going to see who rises up. But as far as the draft picks that he made, I haven't found one yet that I'm going to say, oh, man, why did he pick that guy? I don't like that. The only thing I can say is I don't understand exactly why he traded away the second-round pick that he traded. But maybe they knew that they can get the guys they really wanted down there, and they got an extra pick that way. Because remember, they came in, they had 9 picks, they came out of it with 10. Philly, Fletcher gave Hayes. My dad's thinking, yeah, that's too much. But, hey, they have cap space, I guess. Price is not the player he was. Well, I'm not a Price hater. I'm not saying you are. But, no, Price is the player he was. The only thing you can say with Price is that he got injured a couple of years in a row, and maybe you'd be worried that he's going to get injured. I get that. That's the only thing you can say. Has his talent level come down? No way. He proved it in the run that they just made. It was not his fault that they did not make the playoffs. It was not his fault in any way. He was great. He had a bit of a stumble at the beginning. You could say that. If he was better at the beginning of the year, maybe they make the playoffs. I'll give you that, but that's it. Jaden Struble is a good defense. He's like Subban, good shot and fast. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He's kind of like PK Subban. Advin, going to bed. Good night, Advin. Let me see. I'm trying to find a question. I'm going to see. I'm going to look down here. Find it stupid how Instagram blamed Niemi for not making the playoffs. Well, we have to be in disagreement there, buddy. Niemi could have been a lot better. I'm not saying it's just him. but there was no power play. If Niemi could have won a couple more games, he had some bad games. So I don't know. I skipped down, so I might have skipped a couple of you. I saw something about Patty Mack here. It's hard to get. Okay, I am Patty Mack, honestly, because a lot of people here in Montreal were asking for Bergevin's head. Yeah, but I mean, he's done a better job. It's his second year actually doing well. He made some bad moves up until now, up until last year. But anything you do, remember, he was an assistant GM before he came here, so he's a GM. It's his show now. Maybe it took him 5 years to actually get the good hang of it, and he's got it because he seems to be doing really well now. 2 good drafts in a row, a bunch of good trades since last year. I'm not asking for his head. Okay, there's a David Bridges there now with an actual comment that's not kind of blocked. You sub to my channel. If you're gonna ask regular questions and be okay, I'll talk to you. If not, yeah, I'm just ignoring you. Just letting you know. I see you there. If that makes you all excited that I see you there, I do, but that's the only thing I'm going to ever say to you. So you can ask away questions. I don't care. Okay. When does prospect camp start? I think that in August, I think. Development camp, I think they call it. I think Trevor, hey Patty, I thought I lost you there. I think Trevor Timmins helped save Bergevin's job over the last few seasons. He should get more credit for the turnaround. Oh, 100%. Trevor Timmins is doing a bang-up job. And I won't say that he saved Bergevin's job, but you said he helped. He did. Bergevin helped save his own job along with Trevor Timmins. Whatever Bergevin was doing wrong, it's gotten fixed up because these draft picks look like they were well-thought-out draft picks. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew who they wanted to get in case this, in case that, and whatever. And I like what I see from the draft picks. I imagine there's going to be a couple of trades or moves that are also going to be pretty good. I don't think he's going to be taken or overspend on anything. I don't think so. I think Bergevin's got the job down now. Let's see now. Future top 9, Domi, Kotkaniemi, Caulfield, Drouin, Suzuki, Gallagher, Teasdale, Ryan Poehling. Excuse me, Jesse Alonen. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Obviously, I mean, in the next 5 years, the team's going to change, and these kids are going to be in there. But who knows who? Some of them might be traded. You don't know. You know, to get a piece that they want. Some of these kids that you're saying might be traded. But I don't disagree with you. Craig, do you think there will be a lockout soon because of Skinner and Hayes' ridiculous contracts? No. Okay, that brings me to I don't know if you guys saw it, but they announced what the cap's going to be. It's going to be $81.5 million. $1.5 million less than they thought. And I think the cap is going to be controlled for the next 2 years. And the players are in agreement. This is going to get the escrow down with the new TV contract. I kind of did a video about this. And I don't think there's going to be a lockout, no. Especially with Seattle coming in, a brand new team just spent how many millions of dollars to get the damn team, and the first year they're going to have a lockout or leading up to the first? I don't think so, no. No, better scroll down. I find it stupid how Instagram, they blame the Emmy for not making the playoffs, and they're not re-signing. Oh, I read that, I think. Patrick Horquist was a 7th-round pick and is good, and Henrik Lundqvist is a 7th-round pick, but is a guy. Well, yeah, for a goalie to be a 7th-round pick, it's not unusual. You know, it happens because of goalie. Some people don't pick goalies until later. So, but there are 7th-round picks and 6th-round picks and 5th-round picks that make the teams. They're not all busts. So, and plus you need players for the AHL and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, yeah, you'll find 7th-round picks that are good. And maybe this Harvey Pinard makes the team in 2-3 years. $640 million for Seattle. Is a bargain? I mean, okay. But do you think they're going to want to have a lockout on the season that Seattle comes in? I don't think so. Hey, VGK! Wow, thanks for coming in, buddy. Love your videos. You're so freaking funny, dude. The league has grown and the fan base of the NHL has grown. That is for damn sure. You guys in Vegas are kicking it, man. Worst time for a lockout. Exactly. You guys just got a team. I don't know how long you've been a hockey fan, but it seems like you've been a hockey fan for a while. You just got a team. You think in its fourth season you want to have a lockout where there's no hockey? I mean, how does that look? Yeah, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. You've been a hockey fan for 10 years? Great. You know, it surprises me how you guys would come in and like hockey, but I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic that you guys like hockey. Vegas is doing a bang-up job. The fans and all that, you guys are doing amazing. Amazing. What did I miss now? Who do you think will make the lineup next year? Suzuki, Paling, Caulfield. I don't know if you asked me that before, but I think Paling, yes. Suzuki might not. Got to be prepared that Suzuki might not, depending on what moves come now. But I kind of think he'll get his 9 games and see from there. And Caulfield, depending if he's committed to college and he goes, we got to wait a little bit for him. Can you take a quick look at my last 2 messages and tell me what it tells you about the player? I might get lost if I go back there. I'm gonna try. Which player were you talking about? I see Teasdale. I don't see the previous. Oh, we're talking about Teasdale. I like Teasdale. I think Teasdale's got a good shot to make this team. 2 years maybe. But I read it quickly, so I saw it was about Teasdale. But you're friends with Teasdale or something? That's cool. But I like him. I like him a lot. I hear Krebs is lethal. I think at that pick there, Newhook, Krebs, Caulfield, they're all, you get them in tight with the puck on their stick, they're all pretty deadly. What's his name? Craig Button calls Caulfield the smiling assassin. I like that. Crazy Jedi, Stephen King Lavoie. Why do you call him Stephen King? Or we have a Stephen Cog in here. I don't know. Oh, where did Lavoie? Okay, yeah, that's it. Wait a second. Lavoie went to Oilers, I believe, and Suzuki went to Carolina at 28. He dropped. I was pretty accurate on my drop list. Only Broberg didn't drop. Everybody else I had there dropped. And Lavoie was the worst one. So I thought it would be Suzuki, but he dropped pretty bad, and Lavoie really dropped out of the first round. VGK, love it, man. Stereotype is there are no locals and no communities here. Yeah, Vegas is like that, right? But are you in Vegas or you're outside Vegas? So you're not exactly a local of Vegas itself? 2.5 million people surround the strip between different parts of Las Vegas, Henderson and Las Vegas and Summerlin. Okay, cool. You were friends with Jason Zucker in high school. Oh, that's cool. I know the name. I know I saw some stuff about him recently. I don't know him that well, like what kind of player, but that's cool. It's cool. I don't know any professional hockey players. I would have liked to. Maybe one day, because of my channel, I might get to meet some, but I have never met any to talk to. Although, well, this might be good. I have a Guy Lafleur story. Anybody want to hear my Guy Lafleur story where I kind of almost met him? I kind of met him, but I didn't really. Anybody want to hear it? Crazy Jedi, David. Is he playing? Is he playing hockey? Do you know? Is he still playing hockey? He's not in the NHL. I can see Laval in NHL next year. No, I don't. 2-3 years for Laval. Oh, VGK, yeah. Ryan Reason, why you named your dog that, right? I love that German Shepherd. Oh my God, I love dogs. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, you're a big Reeves fan. That's obvious. Anybody watching your channel knows you're a big Reeves fan. I think that's really cool. Hey, VGK, what do you think about Pacioretty getting moved? Do you think they're going to move him? Darnay's in Russia. Oh, Darnay's in Russia. Okay, that's where he went. Didn't know that. KHL. Steven, you're upset they didn't choose Suzuki. I would have been a month ago, but no, I could see they weren't going to choose Suzuki. I'm not surprised. I'm not. And quite frankly, a lot of people had him at, like people in the know, had him going to Carolina at 20, I think it's 28, and that's where he went. Yeah, I think they're going to move Pacioretty, VGK. I really am. I really think they're going to. Hey, dude, I don't know. What's your first name? I don't know your first. I don't know if you want to type it in here, but if you do, if you don't mind, I don't like calling you VGK. I'd like to call you by your name. You look like a really cool dude. I gotta say, and I love your videos. Biggest contract with high, yeah. He's got $7 million or something for the next 4 years. I don't think that's good. Hockey prospect. In short, it's that Teasdale was in the lowest hockey class in high school, and he went up all that far. So I think his determination will take him. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see that in Teasdale. He's got the determination to be the best that he could be, and I like that determination, and I think he's got a good shot to make the team, but I don't think like in the next year or two. But I think down the road there, yeah. And I think Teasdale's a good shot to be a trade bait because of that kind of talent that he's got. I have this feeling that if they're going to package some kids to get a deal, to get a defenseman, Teasdale might be one of the kids that prospects that other teams want. Suzuki was projected top 10 right at the beginning. He really dropped. That's why I had him as the biggest dropper. Sweet baby, you know your name. My ex-wife is Louise. I call her Lou. That's funny. Okay, hey Lou, great to know you. And like I said, I love your channel, and thanks for the support you give me. I mean, I don't even know why people watch me. I guess that's normal. You wonder why, but I love it. I think all the support you guys are giving me is fantastic. I really love it, and I thank you guys for it. I'm having a blast doing this. Luigi. Philly says Luigi. I guess, hey, as long as you're watching his videos, call him Luigi. He's happy. Am I right? Am I right, Lou? As long as we're watching your videos, you're happy. Anyways, you should watch his videos. The guy's funny as hell. It was nice seeing you on stream. See you next. Okay, hey, bonsoir, Jedi. Bonsoir, eh? À la prochaine. À demain. No, not demain. La prochaine, samedi soir. This is going to be a regular Saturday night thing. Patches and Miller is who I want them to move. Okay, Miller. I don't know Miller. I don't. What's he making? Is he making a lot, or you just want him to move because you don't like him? Steven, I think New Jersey will be very powerful. New Jersey just changed their fortunes around a bit. Taylor Hall is going to stay now. They got Jack Hughes. They got PK Subban. They were making some moves around. I think they're going to be good. VGK, I support any hockey. YouTube do this for the right reasons. You know what? You did that for me and a couple other people, and I'm doing the same thing. I've got a couple of younger guys that I've been watching and supporting because you know what? We're all in this together, and I think we should all support each other. Nobody's a competitor. Everybody can watch me, then go watch. And well, here's the key before I say this: you got to watch me first. That's the key. Then you go watch Lou. You go watch Scotty 2 Hockey. You go watch hockey. I look at my brains. Watch any of them. Right out. Why not? I think that's great. Okay, yeah, I gotta read now. Sorry if I missed some of your questions, guys. What do you think about the drafting in Montreal next year? I love it, and you know what I like about it is that it's supposed to be a really deep draft. So, considering what I'm doing, and by next season, I should be kind of doing this for a living. I'm not right now. I'm not monetized, so, but I'm really enjoying the excitement of the build up to the draft and the end of the season and the trade deadline and the playoffs. I'm just excited about everything. And I'm sorry, I don't know why my eyes don't want to. I'm going to put something bright around that camera lens and I'm going to talk to you guys. I don't know why I'm talking to a freaking book. This is what I'm talking to, a book that I put in front so I don't do that, and I'm still freaking doing that. Talk about nothing up here. Yeah, okay, laugh at me, guys. I know you're laughing. I know you're all probably out there laughing. Rick's such an idiot. It's okay. As long as we can talk hockey. Okay, what did I miss now? Colin Miller, $3.8 million, liability on defense, big slapper. He never gets on that. Okay, good. I hope he doesn't come to Montreal. Send him to Toronto. Hey, Toronto needs a shitty defenseman that don't cost too much. For Toronto, 3.8 mils, nothing. I don't blame you for wanting to get rid of him. What do you think about the? Okay, I answered that. That's right. Community, there are enough views to go. There are so many views to go around, Lou. It's amazing. At first, I was kind of, well, me and Scotty started at the same time. I think it was a week and a half ahead of him or 2 weeks. And I kind of felt he was my competition because I watched his channel. I loved his videos, and I watched his channel grow. And we were both struggling to get to 100 subscribers. And then I realized we're not competitors. There's so many people watching us go from me to Scott to VGK to wherever, or the other way around. Who cares? Yeah, I love it. I love YouTube for that. Habs should trade left-hand D for look at the free agency. Well, there's not much in free agency that's left-hand D, so they're going to have to trade to get one. Or do with what they've got. Lafreniere is a phenomenon for draft next year. By the way, when I said do with what they got, they did have Jordy Ben, and they're going to have to replace him with somebody like that. But I think with what they've got in the cupboard down on the farm, they just need a guy for a couple of years. You know, somebody like Letty who signed for 2-3 years. It's like a bridge contract. You need a bridge defenseman to fill that void. And I think that's what he's looking for. So we'll see what happens. Do I think they'll be able to sign Matt Duchene? I think they should not sign Matt Duchene. Do they have the cap? They do, but it's a mistake because it's going to be problems down the road. You got to keep cap space open or you're going to end up in trouble like Lou's team, the Knights. The Knights are right up against it like this, up against the cap. And there's a few other teams that are almost like that. And Bergevin said he doesn't want to do that, and I agree with that. So, no, it's one of the reasons why I don't want Duchene. Am I putting Duchene down for his talent? No, it's nothing to do with that. It's because he's a shoot-first center, and he's going to cost way too much. If you're going to get a center, you're going to pay that kind of money, and you just picked up a guy like Cole, you want a guy that distributes the puck. That's my rant for today. Where do I think Marner will sign? Toronto. I can't see Toronto letting Marner go. I don't know. Anybody think Toronto's going to let Marner go? I definitely don't. Let's see where I was. Same team, YouTube is the easiest way to collab and share subscribers with, I don't know. Well, I'd like to do a collab. I'd love to do one with you. I tell you that right now, but I don't know if I'm capable. I don't have the technologically capable right now. But as soon as I am, I would love to collab with you, with Scotty to Hockey, I'd love to collab with almost anybody who wants to. Why not? I get exposed to your subscribers. You get exposed to mine. Everybody enjoys it if we're good. Uh, it's win-win all around. I don't know how to do it. So if you have any ideas of how we could do a collab, Lou, VGK, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It's funny, hey, I'm a shy guy normally. Camera goes on, I don't know. I don't think about being shy. It's really weird. So yeah, I'm all for that. Johnny Golden, hey, how's it going, buddy? This Jaden Strubble was the kid that blew everybody out of the water at the fitness test comment. Yeah, I have a feeling this guy's in good shape and he's going to do well. I think Jaden Struble might be a surprise. Didn't really hear about him or know about him, and I think this kid's got a shot to make our team. You know what I see him as? Not a top line, not a first pairing. When Petrie's done, the next couple of years, Petrie's going to be getting older. I think Struble can take that place. He seems like that type of a guy, maybe, and a little tougher than Petrie, harder hitter. I can talk to you on Twitter. It's easy. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. I don't know. I don't know how to do the private message stuff. I really don't. I know on Facebook how to do it, but on Twitter. So if you want to contact me and teach me how to do it, Lou, I'm all for that. I'm not always on Twitter, but I go on Twitter a lot to see what's going on. I found a lot of stories that way. So yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, not collage. I didn't see that, but we would have figured that. What about Marner in a Habs uniform? He's not coming here. Again, too much money, and you got to give up 4 first-round draft picks in a row. Yeah, Rick, up there. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just don't see it. That kid is an all-around athlete. He was also in a Little League World Series. Yeah, apparently he played baseball, football. I think he said, I don't think he said football, lacrosse, a few other sports. He said he played a lot of sports. Okay, hey, Lou, VGK, yeah, do that. Do that. Yes, I'd love to talk to you on Twitter. Love to. I wish I could get Scotty Tuaki to do the same. We got to get, it's like, what do you call that? I don't know, but we can all help each other out in a lot of different ways and have fun doing it. And I think our subscribers would love it. I'd love to have you on my channel. I think my subscribers would love to see you. If they haven't been watching you, he's great, that guy. I love him. I kind of, you know what? By the way, Lou, you do the style that I wish I could do. That's how I saw myself. But I realized really quickly that's not me. And that's why I do what I do. If anybody's wondering why I am the way I am on my videos, and I'm a little different here live because it's totally different. I found my style is more op-ed, and that's what I do. And every now and then, I mean, my sense of humor comes in when it comes in, but I'm more of an op-ed guy, and I don't know why. I'm not a top of the head guy. And I know, Lou, you script. I can tell you script, but you don't. You come across like you freaking don't. And I love that, but I can't do that. I'm old. Too many brain cells burnt, and I just can't remember enough to talk off the top of my head too many times. That's why I write everything. It works best for me. Am I going to switch my channel to just more like hockey news if you get bigger, or just stay about the Habs? No, my main focus is going to be the Habs all the time. But when I open my videos, I say dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. All things hockey means all things hockey. Means other teams. But I won't focus on being on all other teams. If a big story comes up that has interest enough or has some kind of impact on the Habs, I'm definitely going to report on it and do a video about it and stuff like that. But I'm definitely mainly focused on my one team that I bleed, Bleu Blanc Rouge, the Habs. So, yeah. But I'm not going to limit myself completely to that, but I'm not going to do the hockey guy. I couldn't do the hockey guy. I don't know all the teams well enough. Let's see where we go. According to Timmins, Jaden Stubble is really physical while being an excellent hockey player. Yeah, that's what I could glean from what I've seen. He skates really well. They said elite skating ability. Yeah, I like the fact, and he plays with an edge, so that's the physical side. Yeah, I like that. You can keep your name and still talk about other teams and stuff. I thought I couldn't, but I reached out a little and it only grew the channel. Well, look, I do that. And look, I've got a couple of subscribers from Philadelphia, Anthony and Philly 50. And I think I've got some other people come in from other places. So, yeah, you can still focus on your team, but you love hockey, everything hockey. But I can't lose focus on the Canadians to focus on another team. I can't do that. Besides, I don't know, Lou, I don't know if you take, I watch the videos that teach you how to do YouTube, and they kind of tell you the best thing you can do is focus on a narrow niche, which is what I'm doing, and it's working. I'm doing great. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the thing I wasn't sure I'd really love is that how I would do the community thing, because I'm a shy guy in general, and I'm not the most conversationally leaning kind of guy. But I enjoy the comments and sitting down and answering them and the back and forth from you guys. I love it so much. So, yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. Because I don't think I would do well if I was doing videos just because I wanted to get monetized and make money. Yes, I would like to do this for a living. That's obvious. I want to get monetized, of course. But I don't think I'd feel right about it if I was not doing my best and just kind of, and besides, I don't think I'd be just about at 600 subscribers if I wasn't doing my best. Some of my stuff I know it's not perfect, but I feel anyway, I'm getting better as I go along. And yeah, I'm learning how to write op-ed. I've never written an op-ed before I started doing YouTube. I was not a writer. I wasn't into English literature, whatever the hell you want. I read a lot. I do that. I read a lot. But this is the first time I'm doing anything where I've got to sit down and write what I do, and I'm enjoying it. I'm finding I'm getting better. If I do say so myself, my friend Pat would say you pat yourself on the back. But I feel like I'm getting better. You guys can let me know. Did you get Hey, Lou, you got a few Habs subscribers? I'm happy for that. I hope they came from my channel. Like I tell everybody, any of my subscribers here right now, go to VGK coverage. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell. Make it ring so you get notified of his videos. You're going to love it. Even if you don't know the nights, you don't have to watch every single video he makes. He's okay with that. But he's funny. He's funny. And energy, I don't know where you get your energy, Lou. Let's see. I got a few word topics to look at, so I don't forget some main points, and I freestyle it. I get myself energized, and then who knows what's. Yeah, well, that's what I love. Look, you just said exactly what I love about what you do. Is who knows what's coming out, and you can see that that's it. It's all you're looking at your points to make sure you're on point, but I wish I could do that. But I tried. And I put out a couple of videos that were like that, and I wasn't happy with them. And now when I record them and I try it, I just delete it because it's garbage. But when I write, I find I write better. So I read a script. I'm working on not looking down so much. Like I'm trying to not look at myself here. So I'm working at keeping my eyes more there, just looking down sometimes. It's not easy to read and look at the camera. Did we talk about the Habs draft pick? Haters will hate me for whatever that says. We sure as hell did. Hey, put in your 2 cents, no problem. What do you think about Cole Caulfield? I think we have a consensus here that we're pretty happy with that pick. Johnny Golden, is there any chance Caulfield could sign a contract instead of going to an NCAA? Yes. He was talking in a bit of a scrum of reporters, and they asked him about it, and he didn't say, oh, no, I'm going to college next year. He kind of was like, and I got the feeling right there. I got the feeling that he might try to make the team next year. And if he did, he's going to play and not go to college. But that's just me. And I'm on video now, so I guess it's on record. We'll see what happens. Lee Max, yeah, I love the videos. I don't know if you're talking about mine or VGK's, but I know VGK's are great. Mine, my opinion, sometimes good, sometimes so-so, but that's my opinion. I am my worst critic. So, but one thing I tell you, I put the camera on. I don't think about any of that. I just try to do my best and have fun doing it. Hockey coverage. Who do the Habs get this free agency? You know, I'm not really sure. I think when they sign a free agent, or if they do, most of us are going to be a little underwhelmed with it, I think. But not that it's going to be a bad thing, but it's going to be like, they sign who? Like that kind of a thing, you know? So, yeah. I had some notes. I had one I want to get out here. It was pretty funny. It was about Caulfield. Okay. I wrote this here, that he certainly make a huge impact on the first power play unit and turn it from crap to holy crap. Did you see that? I thought it was funny. But I didn't go. I'm going to do a video on Caulfield, a little more in depth, so I was making some notes. I thought that was funny. I've got dad humor. Hey, Lou, you're a dad. I don't know. Are your kids old enough to tell you, hey, Dad, you're not funny? Mine are. Practice. That's what I'm doing. I'm at 200 and almost 30 videos of practice so far. But do I feel more comfortable on camera? Way more. And I'm glad I didn't try live stream in my first 150 or 200 videos, like that time. I don't know if I'd have been comfortable enough. But now I'm comfortable in front of the camera. So is getting there. And for the live stream, I don't care. It's great. I love it. Yeah, Lou, everybody's first videos are cringe-worthy. I leave them up because it is what it is. But I've watched one or two because of searching around or something. I clicked on it by accident, and it's like, oh my God, did I do that? Yeah, kind of like that. Sports King, do I know where Kanawake is? The Indian Reserve. You're damn right I do. That's where I get my cigarettes. Yeah. I've got a couple of actually one guy, he works there. I think his wife is Indian, and he's not at all, I think, but they're really great people. The natives, they're great people. I don't know why people have things against them, but yeah, I go there. Johnny B, is he supposed to play with his brother in Wisconsin? I couldn't answer that. If his brother's playing there, then maybe that's why. But I really get the feeling that he doesn't. I think he really wants to make the team now. That's my instinct. He wants to make the team next season. So I don't think he's committed to Wisconsin. Like some guys are committed to play there. They've signed. I don't know if he has. Let me see now. We're at an hour and a half. I think another 5 minutes. We're gonna cut it. Okay. I was planning to do maybe a half hour. It's funny. I knew what I was going to talk about to start, but I figured maybe I got a half hour of stuff. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And look, it's 90 minutes later, and I'm still going. I love this stuff. Lou, do you do live? You do live streams, don't you? It pumps you up. It's amazing. Your kids are young. Hey, 3 kids, buddy. Me too. I had 3 boys. Are they all boys or boys and girls? Yep, they're at the age where you're the funniest, but buddy, that changes in about 6 years for your oldest. It's crazy, but I'll tell you what, it's a great thing. And it's, you know what, when they get older and you're relating to them as an adult, it's an amazing thing. Amazing thing. You're a good man there, Lou. You're a good man. Hi, Randy. If you're just coming in, it's too bad. I'm going to do about another 5 minutes. Johnny Golden. Okay, Johnny Golden saying Molson right to start with makes me think of an old commercial of Molson Golden, the beer. That's funny. Are you old enough, Johnny, to remember that Molson commercial for the beer? Molson was talking about Gardner on the phone. Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think. Don't forget, there's a lot of talk like that goes on for a lot of players before they sign anybody. I imagine they talk about a lot of guys that they don't come close to signing. Randy, I don't understand why the Habs take so many left defensemen, especially in a role like that. What if Weber's traded within the next 2 seasons? Well, I don't think they have plans to trade Weber. And if they're going to trade Weber, it's because they got somebody that's going to replace him. I don't see anybody taking Weber's contract. So they addressed a need, which you could do in the later rounds, with like 4 guys that are left defensemen, like they need, but they all bring something. I've been saying this over and over again. They all bring something different to the table. So he's hoping one of them rises to the top. And I really think that's why he wants to bring in somebody, like he's trying to trade now for Letty or Brody. It's a stopgap thing for a couple of years till he can develop somebody. That's what I think, anyways. My opinion. I have no inside info. BGK, yes, sir. 22,000 views on that Game 7 Sharks versus Livestream. 2 boys, youngest is a girl. Ah, great. You have a girl. I got 3 boys. Great. Great. What you're doing is great, man. I envy you of being young. I don't know how young you are, but you look like you're around 30, maybe a little more. I know you said you were a Marine, I guess. So I don't think you're a kid. But you look young. Enjoy it, man. One thing I didn't do when I was young and having a family, I didn't live in the moment enough. And I kind of regret it today that I didn't live in the moment. I'm doing it now. YouTube's helping me with that. I'm living more in the moment than I've ever lived, and I'm enjoying my life a lot more than I did when I was younger. So I tell all young people, enjoy your life. Live in the moment. Don't do crazy things, but live in the moment and remember all the good things that happen. And Lou, with your kids, there's so much to enjoy. You know, I envy you, but I've been through it. So I've been there and done it, and it's a good ride, man. If you got a good woman and she's happy, you're happy. That's all I could say. Okay, Lou. Glad you appreciate it. I appreciate you coming here. Have a good night. 28. See, I was right. You're about around 30. Have a good night, and thank you for coming in. Your next live stream, if I'm not live streaming, I'm coming in. I want to see how you do. Have a good night, buddy. How many of those lefties will pan out? That's why could only be one will make the. Well, they could all pan out. We don't know. It depends on how they're developed. But I think if you've got 4 like that and one comes out and makes the NHL, you've done a good job. That's what I think. Johnny, you're actually older than me. Cool. I thought you were around my age. Molson Golson. I don't know if your actual name is Golden, but if it is, you would have gotten bugged about that then. Do I think Caulfield is underweight for the NHL next year? He may be. One of the things I put when I did a news and notes thing where Bergevin had dinner with him, and so I did a little scouting report on him, and I said that it probably needs a couple of years to strengthen up. So that may be an issue, and he may take a year at college. If he does go to college, he can be in the gym a lot and working out and getting bigger. But yeah, a little strength will help him. But in his highlights, I didn't see him getting knocked off the puck like Jack Hughes did. Jack Hughes gets knocked off the puck a lot. But him too, he'll strengthen up and he'll get stronger. He's also super talented. Did I see Dunbar's video about himself being traded? Seems like he knew he wore his welcome. Who's Dunbar? Just setting up New Jersey welcome to the town. I don't know who Dunbar is. No, I didn't see the video. Talking about Subban? Yeah, okay, I heard about it. And I heard the question was saying that they wondered if he had just recorded that or was recorded a month ago that he knew he was going somewhere. Yeah, but I didn't see it. No, I only heard about it. Do I think? Okay. Wait. What was Johnny? Sorry, Johnny. Johnny Golden. I lost track of what you were saying. But okay, as long as that was your point, I'm okay. Caulfield's father's 5'10". Yeah, well, he comes from a small family. He's not going to be big. He just apparently at the combines was the first time when he was measured his height that he was actually 5'7". 61-72. High. I don't know if it's at high yet. I haven't seen you there. Doesn't get knocked off the puck because he is not rushing like he used to. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what it is. He seems, when he gets the puck, Caulfield seems poised and ready and focused on that net. And his release is quick. You hardly see that he took a shot, and it looks like he did nothing. Boom, 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 easy as pie, scoring. Now, I get the talent is not the same level as the NHL. I get that. But he'll translate that into goals because everywhere he's gone, he's scored. He's going to be a goal scorer here. I don't doubt it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to set to almost go. Caulfield, the next Martin St. Louis. That wouldn't be too bad if he was a Marty St. Louis. Marty St. Louis, a great hockey player. Do I play Yahoo Fantasy? I sure did. I actually won my pool last season. I won the pool. It was a head-to-head competition. And, yeah, I did pretty good. Johnny Golden, first time at 5'7", that means he's still growing. Yeah, but considering he comes from a short family, look, he may grow to 5'8". He may hit a growth spurt and hit 5'10". If he hits 5'10", he's going to be more lethal than he is now. So, I mean, I hope he grows. I really hope he grows. When I finish my, we'll be done, okay? Paul Gold, thanks. It was fun winning the pool. Hey, thanks, Johnny Golden. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm having fun doing it. I didn't think I'd be able to do live streams. Honestly, I didn't think I'd have to talk about. I mean, you guys helped me out with all your questions. It's great. Yeah, I think he might be 18 already. Yeah, there's a chance he'll reach 5'8". And look, 5'8". I'm a little over 5. I think I might be 5. I used to be 5'9.5", but I've shrunk. I'm 5'8", a little over that. So disc problems. Caulfield that is skating. Um, I've seen the videos. He looks like he can skate. He looks like he's fast. He transitions really fast. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with his skating, but I don't know him well enough to see. And I only see highlights. I imagine, excuse me, they might not show everything. Sometimes that's the problem with highlights. Hang on. Sometimes with highlights, all you see is the good stuff. So I'm not worried. He looks really fast. This guy transitions. If he intercepts a pass, he's gone to the net. Like, boom. He's fast. I really like this kid. As much as I was liking Duhook and all that, I like this kid. Who was your team for fantasy? Oh, God, you want me to list all the players? I changed so many. The first, I forget how many weeks we did it. I changed so many players around in the first, 10 matchups. And we went by week. So every game, the end of the week, whoever had the most points won. I couldn't really list them all off. I had so many. I'm going to get confused about who was there at the end. But, yeah, and the last, I would say the last 12 weeks, I didn't even make a move. I had got my team the way I wanted it. And, yeah, I ended up winning. It was semi-close. There was two guys that could have caught me, but no, nobody caught me. The pocket was 5'7". He did pretty good. Yeah, I mentioned it to somebody. I imagine it was my friend on the phone. I mentioned it about Richard. We've had how many great players that are small. There's been players that are small and have been great. And Henri Richard is a great example. He had drive and determination. And this kid, Cole Caulfield, kind of looks like he's got that same determination to get to the net like a Richard had. His hands are underrated. Yeah. Oh, he's got hands. You've heard not dynamic, but he got skating. Yeah, I don't think his skating's going to be a problem, 61-72. I really don't. Am I able to cover the prospects camp? No, I don't know how I would get that. I get TSN, but Sportsnet controls everything. So if they don't get it, I can't really watch it. So I'm not planning to. I'm planning to kind of do a bunch of stories about the draft. And then we got free agency coming up on the 1st. And then probably within a week after that, I'm going to take a few days off. I got to recharge the batteries. I'll probably take 3-4 days, right? Don't do anything. Just write maybe some videos. And, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be covering the prospects. If there's stories out there, I'll gather them around and see if I can write a video about it. But I don't think I'm able to watch it. And I don't really like covering stuff like that without really being able to see it too much. What are your thoughts on Montreal drafting 4 left defensemen in a row? Yeah, well, okay, I've answered it a few times. He was addressing a direct need with 4 guys that have great potential and kind of are different in a way. They're not all the same. It's not like they're punched out from a punch. But I like it. I like the way he drafted. I like the draft picks he took. I'm going to do a video about them, so I'm looking into them now, and I really like it. I'm happy with it. I don't mind that he drafted 4 left shot defensemen in a row. This live stream will be uploaded. They all are. I don't make them private. My thoughts on drafting a guy who's 19, another 20, and 21. I think it helps. That Harvey Pinard, who's 21, I think that kid's got potential. I know they got him in the 7th round. I was surprised to see that this kid didn't get drafted early. I like what I saw in the Memorial Cup with him. So yeah, I liked it. The older the kid, the more ready mentally and all that he is, and physically too. I mean, physically they're getting full grown. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. So listen, thank you guys who are still here. Anybody who's going to watch this that was here, I want to thank everybody for coming in. It shocks the hell out of me that I get so many people in when I don't even announce it. But I really want to thank you. We're doing this every Saturday night. Like the name says, Saturday Night Hockey Talk. So next Saturday at 9 o'clock, and hopefully then I'll be looking at the camera all the time. Next Saturday, 9 o'clock, we're doing the same thing. So have a good night, everybody. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for being here. I can't stress that enough. Hope you enjoy my videos that I'm going to put out and the ones that I already have. And I really appreciate the support you guys give me. So hopefully I'll see you all here next Saturday night. Take it easy and have a Bleu Blanc Rouge day from Go Habs Go. Bye, y'all.